Hey, want to come for a walk with us? Sunday Arvo, it's a beautiful sunny day. We're out walking on our country road that we call home. And today I want to have a chat with you about 5 of the top reasons why I love working for myself. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Hayley, Chief Doodler at Thoughts Drawn Out. I'm all about getting creativity working so I can help you to make your mark.
So today I really wanted to talk to you about the things I love the most about working for myself. I've been full-time in the Thoughts Drawn Out business for almost 2 years, although it was my side hustle for quite a number of years before that, but it's nearly 2 years full-time, which you're looking at the date of this and the timing of that. Yes, you are right. I went full-time in my business December 2019, right before the global pandemic took over. So I'm not going to pretend it's been easy, but I certainly don't regret it either. So I just wanted to share some of the things I love the most about working for myself. Now, the first is because I get to work for myself, I do get to control where I do a fair amount of my work, and home is my preference because, well, this is home. That's my little farm down there, my paddocks. We live on an 88-acre farm, an hour from Brisbane, and we absolutely love it here. So we live full-time at the farm, and I work most of my work from the farm, and that's the big one. That's number one. It also means for me, switching hands. It's also not just about where I do the work. It also means that I get to spend a lot of time at home. My boy Hugo gets to go to a cute little country school, and I get to be a part of that community and join in. And if I want to finish early on a Friday afternoon and go down to assembly, generally I can, because I get to set my own hours, and I may still have a big day Friday, but I can get up and start early so that I can finish in time for assembly. Little things like that just make a big difference. When you're working to somebody else's schedule or you have to fit around a lot of other people, you don't always get that freedom. The second thing I love about working for myself is, and again, very closely linked to the pandemic here, the ability to pivot. So when the pandemic really hit and businesses started having to shut their doors, and it was a scary time for everybody, but quite a few people, friends and family and people I know who work for another company, they had no choice but to go with the flow of that company. And for some of them that meant being on JobKeeper, or some people lost their jobs. They were on Job Finder, but they had very little control over it. They were kind of at the mercy of someone else's will. We were able to kind of go, wow, this is happening. We need to get online. I was able to invest in some new equipment and put it out into the world that my face-to-face live scribing could now be done fully digitally and online, and I can dial into your meeting from here. We can all be online, we can be in Zoom, and I can still create a live scribe for you. And that was in the matter of a week. We were able to make that shift. And because it's our business and we have the control to do that, we could make it happen quickly. So we were able to pivot. We were able to look for opportunities, change what we were doing, and go for it, because it's just us. and it's our choice and our call, and we could do that. So it was somewhat comforting when a lot of the world just was crazy, and so many people were feeling, and still are, even right now, like they just didn't have that much control over what was happening to them. Whereas we at least had the opportunity to try things out, to test something, to put it out there and see if anyone was interested, to pivot an offering, to give other things a go. And we had the ability to do that, and I was really appreciative of that. Okay, come on, Pop. Okay. The third thing I love about working for myself is how much you can feel aligned to the brand and the purpose and the values of a company when you created them. and you are a part of that brand. You're a big part of that brand. And just how rewarding that is to feel that full alignment in what you do every day, and that just by showing up and being you and giving it your best, you are completely on brand with your company and your work just because you are you. And it's such a good feeling of being able to think about what really genuinely is the most important things to me in the values, in the purpose, in the brand. How do I want those to manifest for myself and for my clients? And then how do I go out and do that and make that happen? And I have the power and the control to make that real. And that feels good, to be so intentional. I've worked for other organizations before where you go, yeah, our values align, but there's still moments where you're like, not so much, but I've got to go with it because, hey, this is where I work, this is what we do. And when it's your company, you are fully aligned because it's you, and your company is a reflection of you, and your brand is a reflection of you, and you just have to show up as you and be your best self every day. The fourth thing I like about working for myself, which links a little bit to that last one, is that I feel like it does challenge me every day to show up as my best self and to constantly strive to be a better version of myself. And I love that. I love that I'm not documenting a development plan because that's the process and the leader's going to ask for it and I better put something on there. I want to be better. I want to keep growing and building skills and evolving and getting better at what I do. And I'm excited by it. I'm curious about it. I'm driven to achieve it. And I have the means to invest in myself to do that because it's directly linked to the success of my business if I get better at being me and doing what I do. So personal development is so closely linked. And it's just one of the factors that I love the most is that I'm constantly challenged. How can I make my mark? How can I be my best self? How can I be a better version of myself every single day? And lastly, the fifth thing I love the most about working for myself is the amount of time I get to spend in creative flow. Because it's my business and I set it up the way I want it to work, I look to automate as much as I can of the things that I don't like, or not do them at all if I can figure out a way to get away with it. I can outsource things that I don't want to do, and I can make sure I am investing the most amount of my time as humanly possible in the things that really light me up. And I get to do that every day. I am a maker by heart. Making before consuming is just baked into who I am. Just making sure he's not seeing a snake. We saw 3 and 4 days this week. Oh, my heart. Yes, so anyway, what I was saying, I'm a maker. I love to make. Being creative is it's what I love to do. So time spent getting lost in a project, creating a visual, creating a strategy map, live scribing a workshop, whatever the creative task might be, when I can have blocks of time in my week where I can just immerse and get lost in that, that gives me energy. That is a day I get to the end of the workday and I go, yes, that feels good. When I've had jobs in the past where, yes, that was the main focus of my job, but there's always all this other stuff you have to do to get that time, that creative time. It's kind of like one of, the 10 things that become part of your role, and you have to make them all fit in there. There's so many boxes to tick. There's a lot of bureaucracy and red tape, and just like part of being something bigger. I think it just comes with the territory. Whereas when it's you can kind of go, that process can tweak. I don't need to do that. Someone else can do that bit. Or do we have to do that at all? Maybe there's some way to automate that. All of those little things that I get to do to maximize the amount of time that I spend doing what I love. So there's probably plenty more things I could add to this list over time, but I just wanted to start with 5 today. So that was my top 5 things that I love about working for myself. If you've enjoyed this list, please put a like on this video, and if you're not subscribed already, please do so. I make a video a week, most weeks, helping you make your mark at the intersection of business and creativity. So please come along and join in the fun. And tell me, if you work for yourself, or maybe you'd like to work for yourself, what is it that you think is the number one thing you would get out of that? Please comment below. I would love to hear what this experience is like for you.